Hello everyone, it is Nate with not really a backcountry beer review, kind of something a little bit different. Still going to be drinking beer, and we're still in a beautiful area. We're in Petrified Forest National Park right now, doing a little bit of the scenic drive. We'll see if we end up doing all of it. But I had this idea. My lovely sister-in-law Brittany brought me a gift from Texas. They visited about a month ago, and it was a beer, well, several beers actually, from Manhattan Project Brewing in Dallas, Texas. And it was their Hoppenheimer West Coast IPA. And you know what? I figured there's another Hoppenheimer West Coast IPA that I like a lot out of Bathtub Brewing Co-op in Los Alamos, New Mexico. So I got a crowler of it, and I decided let's do a little bit of a blind taste off. So the way we're gonna do it is we have two glasses here, they're identical. And you see that one of them has a little dot underneath it. So my lovely wife is here to help out. She might do some tasting too. She's gonna kind of be the referee when I'm drinking and tasting, and I'll be the referee when she's tasting if she so chooses. And the way that we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of give visitor advantage to the Hoppenheimer. We're gonna flip this coin, and if it's heads, the Hoppenheimer goes into the glass with the dot, and if it's tails, it goes into the other one, and the Bathtub Row Hoppenheimer goes into the one with the dot. So essentially what we're going to do is we're just going to assess the way it looks, the way it smells, and then obviously the way it tastes. And I guess we'll pick a winner if there is such a thing. So we are on neutral ground right now. We're neither in New Mexico nor Texas. We're actually in Arizona because, like I said, we're at Petrified Forest National Park. Sorry, there are so many national parks that start with P. And let's get this started. Okay, see what that is? All right, let's pour those beers. One perfect coin flip and two pretty good beer pours later, and we have our contestants. So again, I don't know which is which. Just assessing the appearance. I'd say the one on my right, so your left, is maybe a little cloudier. A little more in the region of hay colored, but they're both pretty amber. This one seems to be a little bit more sudsy, retaining its head a little bit, has some legs that are hanging in there, but this one's not too bad in that regard.
In my right hand, I have the one with the dot, and in my left, I have no dot. I will say the one on my right is quite a bit clearer. The one on my left does have a little bit of cloudiness to it. But otherwise, they do have pretty much the same color, pretty amber. One on my right does seem to have a little bit more head, a little bit stronger legs. All right, let's go Aroma. So the one on my right, the one that's a little bit more clear, definitely has, I'd say, like tropical fruit notes. So like some mango, maybe a little bit of pineapple. The one on my left definitely has more of that like typical hop scent, like really resiny, pretty piney.
This one I say registers much more like mango or mango, melon, maybe pineapple. Yeah, more, tropical fruits really. This one smells extremely malty. I'm getting some pine, some resin maybe. Not much in the way of fruit, but definitely distinctive in the way that they smell. So how about we give this one a taste? The flavor is definitely hoppier than the Aroma let on. It's got some pretty intense pine. I'm getting a little bit of the resin for sure. That fruitiness does come through, but not quite as lush. I'm not really getting the mango and melon so much as I'm getting a little bit of dull pineapple. And the finish is pretty bitter. Kind of herbal. Let's give the one with the dot a taste now. Yeah, this one's definitely maltier. It's definitely simply got more like vegetal notes to go along with that additional maltiness. It has a lot of, it's definitely really earthy. As far as the hop notes, yeah, for sure, getting pine, getting the resin like before. This one definitely more resinous, like it's got that rich like pine tar type, very piney, very resinous, very sappy aroma.
So despite being the same style of beer, I would say that these have two pretty different flavor profiles. The one on my right Definitely seems like it's a little bit more hop forward despite not being super hoppy in the aroma. Yeah, and the left definitely has more of that like typical IPA bitterness, whereas the clearer sudsier on my right with the dot doesn't seem to be as bitter.
Well, certainly, I believe that they're both West Coast IPAs. They both evoke the flavors of J. Robert Oppenheimer to me. There's maybe a little bit more maltiness than I would prefer, which is why I think I prefer this one better.
I feel like I have to go with no dot. I think the flavor is just a little bit more pronounced. Not that the other one's bad, but definitely I love a nice hoppy, juicy IPA, and no dot I think is my choice. Bathtub Row, 2 for 2.
Yep, Bathtub Row, 2 for 2. Not that we don't love Manhattan Project. We think they have very
No.
good beer too. We really like their hazy IPA, and
Yes.
may or may
The
not
double
be
hazy.
reviewing one of their beers later this year. But Bathtub Row, Brewing Co-op, home of Oppenheimer. It's only fitting that they should take home the title for our favorite Hoppenheimer beer. But go check both breweries out. Cheers. See you guys later.